Good morning, students. Today we are going to start part 3 of the chapter Growing Up as Boys and Girls. This is the third video of this chapter. As you know, in the previous video we discussed about Domestic Violence Act 2005 that was implemented in 2006 for the protection of women against physically and emotionally harassment in their own houses or their own homes among their family members. So dear students, now we'll study about some provisions in constitution for the protection of women, and second thing we'll study about special initiatives for women. What initiatives have been taken by the government till now or by other organizations including the governmental organizations for the protection of women and girls will study. So first is provisions for women in our constitution. What are the provisions for the protection of women and girls in our constitution? See, in our constitution, equality is the basic principle that is adopted in our preamble also, right? And for implementation of equality, some articles in our constitution have prescribed about equality among men and women. So first of all, in fundamental rights, if we are talking about part 3, in part 3 which articles are there? Article 14, article 15 and article 16. These three articles are prescribing with the equality for men and women. For example, article 14, what is prescribed in article 14? Equality before law. You know, all the people are equal before laws and laws are equal to all. It means this is also about women. Means there is no discrimination on the basis of gender according to article 15. So women and men are equal to laws, in front of the laws. Article 15 is saying no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, language, gender, etc. So gender, it means women and men will be considered equal, right? Again, means in front of the laws, in front of the constitution, in front of the government and in society. Article 16 is prescribing the equal opportunities to get the jobs, employment, and for equal wages. Also women have the equal rights to men. Although in most of the sectors we see that women are not getting equal salaries to men. Means for the same work. It means if you are taking the example of unorganized sector, in unorganized sector, and take an example of construction site. On a construction site, the male laborer gets more amount or more wages in comparison of women laborer. It means in most of other areas and including unorganized sectors, women are not getting equal pays, equal salaries for equal work. Understand? But the constitution is providing equality and equal opportunity for women. So this is about part 3, and now part 4. What is the part 4? Directive policies, directive principles of state policy, right? Directive principles of state policy. Under this, article 38, article 39, article 42, article 46, article 47. These articles also are providing some provisions for equality and for protection of women. Under the social welfare, the government will work for the social welfare, providing them social, political and economic justice. So all these articles are related to the protection of citizens and providing the justice, equality for all the citizens including women. So you have to remember part 3 and part 4. This was about the constitutional provisions for the protection of women. Although the women are not being provided with the social, economic and political justice. In society, women are discriminated on the basis of gender. Understand? And if we are talking about political arena, then in political arena you can see in our country in parliament right now at this time, according to 17th Lok Sabha election, according to 17th Lok Sabha elections, how many women won election and became MP, member of parliament in Lok Sabha? Only 78. Only 78 women out of 543. Out of 543, it means it is approximately 14%. Only 14% women are representing our country or the people, right, in the parliament or legislative body. And if we take example of 16th Lok Sabha, there were only 62 women, less than 13% or approximately 12%, right? But if we see the world average of representation by women in the parliaments, so that is approximately 24%, 24.1%, right? So we are far away from this data, this digit. Clear? We are very lagging behind to the world average in the women participation or women political representation in our parliaments or legislative bodies. And there is worse condition in the state legislative assemblies. Clear? So in this way we have talked about the social and political and economic equality for women. Now, special initiatives for women. What are the special initiatives taken by the government? Steps have been taken by the government and by other organizations for the protection of women. Some of important steps are here. Number one, National Commission for Women. There is National Commission for Women has been set up in India in January. I am writing here. In January 1992, a commission was set up that is known as National Commission for Women. This commission works for the protection of women wherever women are discriminated and they are tortured, they are exploited. So this commission works for their protection. Next one is a reservation in local self-government. Reservation of women in local self-government. What are the local self-government? For example, Gram Panchayat, municipal corporation, municipalities. These are the local self-government. According to 73rd, you have to listen very carefully, and 74th amendments in the constitution. I will make a separate video on these articles and 73rd and 74th amendments later after completion of this syllabus. So in local self-government, according to 73rd and 74th amendments in 1992, that was implemented in 1993. So according to this, the reservation for women in the local self-government was 1/3 of total seats. Clear? 1/3 of the total seats were reserved for women in local government. But there is no reservation for women in Lok Sabha, no reservation for women in Rajya Sabha, no reservation for women in state legislative assemblies or council assemblies like that. So only in Gram Panchayats and municipalities and municipal corporations, 1/3 of the total seats are reserved for women according to 73rd and 74th Amendment Acts. Next one is the National Plan of Action for Girl Child. For girl child. In 1991 it was started and winded up in 2000. Clear? After that, National Plan for the Empowerment of Women. This is in 2001. This plan was set up. Beti Bachao Beti Padhao under the NDA government, National Democratic Alliance government. It was started in 2015 from Panipat, Haryana, right? And after that, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, it is a campaign, and this one is a scheme. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, it was also started by NDA government under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, dear students, in this way we have discussed the special provisions for women, for the protection of women and equality of women in the constitution, and after that special initiatives for women in this video. In the next video, we will discuss about some important acts for the protection of women and work and equality for women. Thank you. Have a nice day.